Got a game here with Odium Loopy versus the Gentle Rat. Slaanesh versus Wood Elves. Honestly, the two factions I did rank the lowest on the land battle tier list right now. Demons of Chaos got several buffs that brought them finally out of the gutter. It did leave these two behind. For the forces of Chaos, Slaanesh brought Devoted Marauders, some with Hellscourges, some without. We do have the Princes of Perfection. Then we have some Chaos Furies of Slaanesh. All Chaos Furies did get a buff in this patch. Chaos Knights of Slaanesh, one with the Lances, the other two without. Then we have an Exalted Keeper of Secrets of Shadows, the Pitter Shades, Melkoths, and then the AoE Rampage that she can cast around herself. The other side for the Wood Elves, we do have two Waywatchers, one of which is the Hawkeye's Jakira ROR, provides extra damage, but also that leadership debuff, Discouraged. Some Glade Riders, some Blade Singers, Eternal Guard, wow, triple Blade Singer. And then a Lifecaster with Dwellers Below and Earthblood, and then a Glade Lord with Pravenoth Rema. But the Blade Singers are definitely here to kill Chosen or Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh with Hell Scourges. Those guys are rather common in Slaanesh matchups when Slaanesh gets taken. So I can see why the Blade Singers are here. Only finding Marauders will be disappointing for them, but these Screaming Ladies will make quick work of the Devoted Marauders. So it'll just become a Slaanesh heavy cav game versus the infantry of the Wood Elves, probably. Waywatchers trying to save themselves. Pravenoth Rema's out onto one of the Chaos Furies. These are the buffed Chaos Furies, however, so they don't disintegrate at the first sign of trouble. They actually do take a little bit to kill off. And yeah, the front line, the Blade Singers, as soon as they made contact, we already have a Devoted Marauder gone. Another one is just about gone as well. One of the Chaos Furies is about to die. Another one's at half HP, a little less than half leadership because the Hawkeye's Jakira. And their Discouraged is still quite potent even after the buffs. Chaos Furies hate losing their leadership, and they are going to Demonic Instability crumble from this point, but they're getting a lot of damage on the Hawkeye's Jakira in the meantime. We're going to lose another one. Big Pit of Shade's going to take out an Eternal Guard, but the Blade Singers are all fine. Princes of Perfection actually leaving one Blade Singer off into the woods, which, you know, being a Wood Elf, you're probably not that upset about, but it won't be near the fight for sure. Smoke Bomb is out from the Hawkeyes as they try and get away. The Discouraged debuff on both of these Chaos Furies is getting rid of both of them right now. Minus 16 leadership on a Demonic unit is just brutal, but one manages to rally in time, chases down the Hawkeyes and another Waywatcher, so both the Waywatcher units are dead and gone. It looks like Slaanesh has lost 3 Furies for their efforts. Wood Elves slightly ahead on the balance of power. I can see that. I'm a little worried with how they plan to deal with the Chaos Knights. Do still have a full health one over here, less than half, and then about 3/4. As Blade Singers get attacked. Looks like we have Dwellers Below coming down. Loopy's going to pull his Chaos Knights out of here real quick. Dweller's still getting some decent damage down. The friendly fire on the Blade Singers will probably outweigh the damage on the Chaos Knights. Other Blade Singers getting Melkoths to death. Blade Lord's just getting some free shots off onto these guys. Waywatchers have rallied in the trees and are firing. That looks like the Chaos Knights of Slaanesh are very aware of that. Gonna charge straight over and take those guys out. What else do we have? One Chaos Fury has withstood the test of time, and now the Exalted Keeper of Secrets runs over to take out the Spellsinger of Life, knocking her down in the process. She needs to turn around and get back there and go fight her. Readies up another charge as this little Wood Elf lady floats in midair, gets cut down by a giant Slaanesh spear. There does not look to be anyone to save her today. Oh, never mind. The Exalted Keeper Secrets is just leaving. All these units around. If there's a Rampage in Pit of Shades, that would be kind of nutty. She's going to fight the Glade Lord. I don't think she would opt into this unless she had the Rampage up, though. Because you could Rampage and get a rear charge with the Chaos Knights. Ah, yeah, but there it is. There is Pit of Shades, the Rampage they can't dodge. Now, the Wood Elves didn't clump up with all their units. They got 2 of them out to safety, but still, it's going to be a pretty good Pit of Shades. Looks like it might have been Overcast as well, doing really good damage to those Eternal Guard, though the Rampage now wears off. And, of course, the Exalted Keeper of Secrets has been getting hit with spears and a dragon this whole time. It's not like she's exactly feeling great. Chaos Knights do charge in to try and get rid of these Eternal Guard, but they're going to hold for now. And without this big spooky lady, there is no source of terror. Overcast really damages the Spellsinger, trying to heal up these Eternal Guard and stuff, but it seemed a little brutal. Still have one Devoted Marauder with Hell Scourges. In the distance, a full health Blade Singer has finished off the Princes of Perfection, but they haven't come back to the fight just yet as cavalry cycle charged in from all sides. Breath attack down onto the top of them, trying to take out some of these guys' models, but the Wood Elves have a massive rout, which is going to be a huge problem for them. Bladesinger's barely holding on as a Melkoth is going to hit them as well. He's other Eternal Guard thinking about leaving, and they'll tear out as soon as the Exalted Keeper of Secrets joins the fight. So there they go. Everything for the Wood Elves is routing except for their 2 single entities, and even one of them is going to start terror routing. Still have a full health Bladesinger that needs to be remembered and needs to rejoin the fight. And then we have a Glade Lord with half ammunition and full HP. Slaanesh pulling the balance power back, and now they're just going to chase down all the Wood Elves, who are helpless to resist. We are down to just the Glade Lord and the Bladesingers. Glade Lord does dive in, decides to not let this happen any further. Gets a nice big old charge attack. And now that is a Narcissism, tier 2 army ability of Slaanesh, netting this person in place, silencing them so they can't use any of their spells or abilities or anything. This is pretty tough. If the Bladesingers were here right now, this could be a bit of a better fight for the Wood Elves, but now being alone on enemy infantry, cavalry, and fighting a single entity is brutal. But the Bladesingers are slowly coming, and the Glade Lord is still doing decent damage to the Exalted Keeper of Secrets. Who technically has healing if anything nearby is like routing or whatever, but at this point in the game, it's not really going to matter. There's not enough stuff that could route and give you that extra HP. Glade Lord is T-posing. Doesn't know how to attack. Exalted Keeper Secrets also doesn't know how to attack, so both sides just kind of sit here staring at each other for a little bit as the Bladesingers get closer and closer. Bounce power is back to the middle, maybe slightly Slaanesh favored. And yet both single entities still just staring ominously at each other. There we go. Exalted Keeper finally remembers how to play the game, starts getting some shots off. The Chaos Knights have fully surrounded this poor Glade Lord, who definitely got in over their skis diving down without the Bladesingers nearby. Big damage all in a row. Threatens to rout the Glade Lord. There's nothing else on the map for the Wood Elves. Or Slaanesh, to be honest, but... Ooh, this is kind of nice. Last Pravenoth Rima cast is out just as a net onto the Chaos Knights of Slaanesh so that the Bladesingers can catch them without getting Cycle Charge. But Pit of Shades is trying to dissuade this charge. Does hit the Bladesingers, plus a Melkoth taking out a ton of damage for them. In the background, the Glade Lord is dueling okay with the Exalted Keeper of Secrets, but is slowly losing it. Bounce power shifts heavily away from the Wood Elves as their Bladesingers are destroyed. Their Glade Lord is brought low. It looks like the Prince of Pleasure will win this battle. Keeper of Secrets, 4,000 value, rounding up. Chaos Knights did okay. Chaos Furies did mixed. And then Marauders mostly got punked, except for that one. Except for the Gentle Rat. 4,200 on his Glade Lord. Wow, that's kind of insane. Bladesingers did okay. Waywatchers did okay, not great. So GG. GG, lads. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.